Hello and welcome to this coverage of the Surrey Cup quarter-final here at the Memorial Ground between Farnham Town, AFC Croydon and Frankie Hobbs. Today joined by Harry Hugo.
Hello, hello. It's nice to have it's nice to have the two of us back.
Yeah, look.
Ben's here. He's kind of come in, a new kid on the block, kicked you out the gantry, and now we're back.
Look, the fans have been demanding it, and we are back. It's actually a really nice day here. Two teams that played each other just a few weeks ago. Slightly different teams from both, but you expecting a similar game?
Look, if Farnham get off to a flying start like they did in that game, I think it'll be one-way traffic. But let's not underestimate Croydon. They've had a really good back end of the season. I think they're definitely going to be starting to feel the legs. You know, the fatigue of the amount of games that they've had to play over the course of the last 3 weeks is immense. They played Tuesday the same as us. We were able to rest players. They may not have been able to do the same in a playoff situation. We've obviously got the league wrapped up, which helps us. But they will definitely have eyes on their game on Saturday against Alton, who are a playoff contender as well, and that will be a big game for them. If they can win that, you can pretty much write them into the playoff picture. And if they lose, and they can look back on tonight as a reason why, then they'll be very disappointed if they drop points there. So it'll be interesting to see how the game plays out, because I think if Farnham do go 1-2 ahead, we might see Croydon even rest some players on the pitch. But let's see.
But the lineups are a little bit changed. For those that are maybe not in the know, Croydon have, there's a couple of players that are starting. Brandon Pierrick, their captain, but it's a little bit of a change for them. So they have already got that sort of one eye on Saturday.
They do. The front line is different to what you'd expect from a Croydon team who've strengthened a lot over the last few weeks with especially forward players. Chris Zabrowski, the assistant manager, actually starts as the 9.
Former Football League player.
Yeah, I thought he was really good actually when he came on against Farnham, even when they were like 3 or 4 down 3 weeks ago. I thought he caused a few issues. I think it allowed them to play in a different style than maybe they tried in the early stages of that game. And look, they've got nothing to lose. It's a total free hit for them.
Yeah, and we're here obviously in the Surrey Cup, so Farnham have already won that title, won it in Jersey, and have had a few league games since then. This is now aside from the unbeaten, this is the thing for Farnham, right? This
is the focus. Obviously everybody wants the unbeaten run. It's history, but
Surrey Cup's prestigious.
Surrey Cup's very prestigious. I think we probably over-egged the prestigiousness of the cup we won at the end of last season, which maybe makes this one feel slightly less prestigious. But it is very prestigious, and no more can be said other than the fact that we've got a league game waiting for the winner of this game tonight, right, in the semi-finals, and the final is played at a National League team's ground. So we've got
just cool little experiences for players and fans.
They're the things you dream of in the FA Cup. So we shouldn't undermine it just because it's a different cup competition. This is a huge opportunity for Farnham to showcase themselves, and very rarely the Step 5 teams get to semi-final and final of this competition, and the fact that we'll be one of the favourites at this stage is a huge testament to how well the boys have done. I think the final that people deserve is Farnham-Chertsey. The fact that we've fallen on different sides of the draw, I think, is fantastic. Probably looking at the Chertsey team that's going to be champions this year at Step 4, all but
probably on Saturday.
Yeah, all but ratified, and Farnham who've obviously walked away with this championship. So I think that's probably the final that the leagues would like and what we deserve. But it's a great competition and one that we should really take seriously tonight.
And here come the teams for Farnham Town versus AFC Croydon in the Surrey Cup. Farnham line up in a 4-2-2-2 formation. In goal, Pat Nash. A back four of Jack Dean, Max Meaton, Ryan Kinane and Joe Jackson at left back. Midfield two of Lamar Karoma and Harry Cooksley. In front of them, Lewis Flatman and Dean Rule. And up top, Shamal Edwards and Owen Dean.
Yeah, and on the bench for us, you got Kinsella returning. Caetano, who I thought came on and had a really impactful 45 minutes, which allowed Harry Cooksley to have a bit of a rest on Tuesday night. And goal scorers obviously are plenty in this Farnham team, but Charlie Postons has been really good in the last couple of weeks, and he's on the bench as well as Brandon Kalu, who I think has also been excellent.
Yeah, he's really found his feet, hasn't he?
Yeah, really grown into this Farnham Town squad. What I would say is it's brilliant to see the Farnham Town team in pink and black once again, and probably for one of the last times we'll ever see this kit. And,
well, it could be the last time. I hope it's not.
Yeah,
but,
I hope it's not.
Look, it should be a very good game. You know, both sides will be here looking to win. Croydon under new ownership. We know how important it was for Farnham last year to sort of get that silverware. So is that something that maybe the ownership we targeting maybe more so than the players?
I think that's probably a very fair reflection on what the thinking is behind even playing this game. Because I think we were discussing it a couple of weeks ago. It's like, would they pull out? You know, we see it quite a lot in these sort of competitions when it gets to the end of the season, and we've had a season that's been marred with weather and postponements, and therefore it's become very difficult for especially teams that are chasing the likes of playoffs or relegation or whatever situation you're in. Maybe it might even be a title. For them to be able to focus on anything other than the league, and we talked about the fact that Croydon might not fancy this, but fair play to them, they're here. They've made a few changes, as have Farnham, but like we said, Farnham Town's priority is number 1, Surrey Cup, number 2, unbeaten, and both would be historic, and if we can manage to do both, that would be unbelievable.
They'll have to get past this AFC Croydon team first to had a good win at the weekend.
Good win at the weekend, and good win on Tuesday night against Camberley.
Very impressive win. Not many teams go to Camberley and win 5-1
on a Tuesday night when it's a long old journey from Croydon.
Probably one of the, it's one of those grounds where you get out of 3 points there, you're happy.
Yeah, and we felt exactly the same, right? We played them in nice conditions on a Saturday afternoon, and they're a local team to us. But Tuesday night, when it's in not nice conditions and it's a long way from Croydon, I think a 5-0 result there is a really good result. That is 3 on the bounce for Farnham Town being turned around, though.
Yeah, the thing is,
Ryan Canane did tell me that he was going to walk off the pitch if he lost the toss on his return.
It's a strategy that didn't work for Fleet on Tuesday.
It's not worked for Sheerwater, it's not worked for Fleet. Farnham Town have scored a combined 6 goals in the first half since being turned around. We only think got turned around twice before that all season here, and we've seen 6 goals in front of the clock end in the first half over the course of Saturday and Tuesday. So good omen, but don't read into it too much, especially with that new stand on the opposite side now where we can see the supporters move across when we do shoot down the other end.
It's a good sight for Farnham fans to have Ryan Canane back at the hard defence.
Yeah, look, we all know his quality, and his leadership as well in these situations is really, really important. What I would also say is I really like this referee. He's about to drop an absolute 0 out of 10, but I really
think we've
like
had him
referee.
a couple of times this season, and both assistant referees.
Yeah, I rate him, and he's about to drop a 0 out of 10.
Go on, Farnham.
Kits look lovely.
Yeah, it's an interesting kit clash. I know Croydon wore this kit on Tuesday, but we are underway at the Memorial Ground. Long header up to Zabrowski. Jackson puts it in an area. Edwards will chase it. It's a poor clearance in the end. Jackson can build. He finds Canane.
I think their tactic is going to be put Zabrowski on Canane. Try and
Nullify him.
try and remove the threat that Canane has just by having the ball. I think that's going to be the key, and they're going to be able to have an option to go long to Zabrowski as well, which might be able to get them out of trouble.
Quite a few fans piling in here now.
For a Thursday night, it's pretty good. And I have to say, Croydon, when they travelled here a couple of weeks ago, and you can hear them already, are a good travelling support.
Yeah, very, very nice to have away fans here. Still in the early stages.
And also that stand makes you sound brilliant as well. The acoustics are unbelievable.
Jack Dean standing over the throw. He'll just look to recycle it. Max Meaton, a doubt coming into this one, but he made it. He's played it long to Owen Dean. Flatman flicks it on.
Play, go get something, play!
Conte to take the throw.
Wait, step!
It'll be really interesting to see what Croydon do differently.
Yeah.
They've only played us once this year. I always do. There's a trend of teams playing better the second time around against us because they start to understand a bit more about what we're going to do. Now, we've obviously been very, very good at it all season, but it is interesting, especially if teams play against us more recently.
It's picked up. Dean Rule in brilliant form at the moment, but he played it all the way back. I've given him the curse.
Yeah, it's a decent shot on goal for Dean Rule, nice and early on.
But he's recycled possession. Farnham will come again. It's Canane. He looks up. Tries to find Jack Dean. It's a long pass. Something they sort of missed the last couple of games is that distribution from the back.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say too.
Cooksley looks up. He's gone with his left. Ball's travelled a long way. Jackson's touch isn't brilliant. It's well dealt with in the end by Croydon. They all clear.
I think another notable name, or two notable names that we haven't got on the pitch tonight, who were both excellent on Tuesday, Adam Liddell and Mark Waters, who's been an excellent signing, and we actually played and saw for the first time in this Surrey Cup competition in the round before this against Kingstonian.
Yeah, me and Ben very much enjoyed his performance. The second ball will fall to Joe Jackson. What can he do? Karoma. Flatman. Farnham going through their progressions. Jackson. Ooh. He's got a foul there. Look, the soft one.
Looked soft. It's a good area for Farnham to be able to put a ball in, especially when you've got the likes of Canane on the pitch. We all know that Jack Dean's a threat, Owen Dean's a threat in the air too, Lewis Flatman.
Is Harry Cooksley standing over it?
A man who scored a free kick on Tuesday night.
It's not too far out for Cooksley, is it?
I don't think he's going to go for goal, but I wouldn't put anything past him.
Cooksley plays
There
it
he
in.
is.
He did go for goal.
Wouldn't put anything past that man at the moment. He is hot on form. 17 goals from holding midfield so far this season, Harry Cooksley.
Looks like he's really enjoying his football. When you talk to him around the club,
he's loving it, isn't he?
He's everything that Farnham's sort of about, the media, the atmosphere around the club at the moment. When you've got a happy club, a winning club, it's a good place to be.
And he's the perfect character that encapsulates all of that. And he does love the microphone. He does love the camera. He's done every single media appearance we've asked for, I think. Radio 1 through to The Guardian.
Zabrowski's gone down. He's not won a free kick. Pierrick can't keep it in play, and Farnham will get the ball back. It's been majority Farnham so far. Obviously not created too much yet, but is this as you'd expect? A lot of possession.
Yeah, lots of possession. I mean, look, interesting to see that Jack Dean's got so much space on that right-hand side. And that's where
Meaton plays it forward. Shamal Edwards might just run onto that. Can he hold it up? He's done well. He's found Jack Dean. Dean Rule can't get hold of the ball. He's judged to have handled the ball. Probably a handball in reality.
Thank you to the 152 of you joining so far this evening, watching along.
Sure, that number will go up.
Yeah, it normally goes up when Farnham are under a bit of jeopardy.
Get Pat to throw one in. Oh, look to be a physical challenge from Zabrowski. Can he whip it in? He probably wanted to be the one on the end of that, but Meaton's done well.
He knows how he wants it out there, but he can't quite forge the opening.
Nash clips it forward to Dean. Can he flick it on? Croydon head deal with it. It's played into number 10. Can he turn? He has. Zabrowski could be in here, but he's got a difficult angle. Sized up Jack Dean. Played it back to Pierrick.
Chance here.
He plays it across. Croydon still coming forward here. An overlap from right back.
Yeah, Joe Jackson did well in the end. But they are going to be dangerous. I think
they score a lot of goals.
They do. They're a really good side. They're a really good side. We made them look average a couple of weeks ago, but they are a good side.
Played into Zabrowski.
He's going to do that all day, Zabrowski.
Going to take something tough to beat Joe Jackson there. It's another Croydon throw. Rare one in that we've not seen that's a long throw. Travels across the box.
It's going to stay in.
The winger didn't like the ball at first, but he might like it now. He's beaten Jackson. He's gone into the box. Swept up by Cooksley. For all his attacking talent, he's put in a real shift at the back, and he's played it for Owen Dean. It's Flatman.
It's a great pass.
Jack Dean's in acres of space. His touch is controlled, and Shamal Edwards now. He's got Dean on the overlap, but he plays it back to Cooksley. Zabrowski's done really well there. Can Croydon come forward? Karoma. That's what you expect from Lamar Karoma.
Yeah, we've missed him, to be honest, Lamar. I think Mark Waters obviously been fantastic, but I think Lamar is a
Great
player.
ball there from Jackson. Owen Deans on the byline.
Oh,
it struck
wow!
Was it down behind his side? It looked like it potentially did strike that arm.
Oh, it definitely hit his arm.
But his arms looked to be in a natural position, to be fair. But Croydon can come forward. Got a decent number of travelling Rams behind the goal, or to the side of the goal there. Zabrowski. It's a tough old job for him up there tonight, isn't it?
It is. And it's about how long can he go, really. But
doesn't look like they're new goal scorers on the bench today. So
no, they've left a few of the sort of name signings at home tonight, and I don't blame him with that.
Oh, Jack Dean's done well to win that, but no one's sort of fighting on the seconds. Hooked forward by Croydon, free header for Canane. Ooh. Dean flicks on again, but no one there. Dean works hard there to get it back. Croydon will take their time over this. But if you're McLashton, you're pretty happy with the start.
Yeah, I don't think either team have been great to start with. Neither team have kept much of the ball. I think Croydon have contained us to very little around their penalty area. And I think Zabrowski's causing problems up there, the 9.
Karoma's done well. He had his shirt tugged a little bit. Cooksley's played it to Dean Rule. But Pierrick, to be fair to him, has done very well to track back.
Yeah, they're working hard.
Rule's done really well there.
As a Farnham, though.
Karoma into Cooksley. If you are just joining us, this is the Surrey Senior Cup quarter-final. The winner of this game will play Sutton United. It's Shamal Edwards driving into the box. He's played it across.
It's dangerous in those wide areas.
Yeah, Croydon do well, but that is where you want Shamal Edwards running. Cooksley.
Yeah, clever. Farnham, we can rebuild.
Canane to Jackson.
We haven't seen Jackson left back for a while.
Seems to have played every position this season. Flatman.
Zabrowski's blowing already, number 9. Hasn't played a lot of minutes.
To Jack Dean. Cooksley takes the throw back to Jack Dean. Can he play it in? It's Cooksley. I wouldn't give him that much space. Yeah, keeper saves.
Someone needs to be attacking the goalkeeper there. Made it too easy for him.
Lovely evening here in Surrey. Weather's held up for once this season.
Yeah, it's nice. It's quite weird to have a run of games.
Yeah. It's a pretty poor kick in the end. Farnham will take a breather. 10 minutes gone.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a nothing 10 minutes in the grand scheme of things.
Just both teams figuring each other out. I'd definitely say Croydon look to have applied themselves a bit better than they did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they have. But it was rat-tat-tat when it actually got going for Farnham against Croydon last time out.
Dean looks up, but it's cut out in the end. Cooksley. He'll drive from deep. Edwards.
That's poor.
Edwards is going to have to make better contact there, but he is working back for Pierrick. Croydon going to send men forward.
That's good.
That's a brilliant ball. And Croydon could be in here. Zabrowski's peeled off to the back post. Is he going to find him? It was a good ball.
I think that's kind of what we're going to see though from Croydon. They're going to wait for Farnham to make mistakes in that kind of final third, and then quickly get the ball wide. They're going to know that Farnham commit fullbacks as their wide players, and that's where the gaps are going to be in the defence.
Karoma. Croydon just starting to pick up a couple of these second balls. They're going to grow into this game.
That's nice.
Play through to Zabrowski, but Canane's got a hold of him. Zabrowski peels it off. Edge of the box.
Never.
Pierrick. What can he do? Karoma all over him.
Yeah, did well, Lamar. Delayed.
But the attack is still Croydon's. Jackson comes forward, and Farnham can spring their own counter-attack.
No one's running
Dean
ahead of him,
Rule.
though. Lewis Flatman is. Oh,
He's sort of
Dean
been
Rule.
caught between Shamal Edwards and Flatman, and ended up finding neither.
Shame. It was exactly what Croydon had done to Farnham only moments ago.
Yeah.
Neither team quite had the quality at the end to really forge out a great chance.
Zabrowski seems to have peeled off the meat in the last couple of minutes. See if he can get a bit more joy there. Meaton, who's having a fantastic season in his 10th season here at Farnham Town.
Yeah, probably goes under the radar the most.
That's Ryan Canane. Flatman wants it over on the other side, but he finds Jackson. Now, what can Jackson do? Edwards. He's driving down the byline. Edwards plays a brilliant ball in.
That was good. Bit of space here for Jack Dean as well.
What can Jack Dean do? Can he deliver? Driving into the box. It's Dean. Plays it to Edwards. It's a good save in the end. Farnham close to breaking the deadlock.
It was a good header from Shamal Edwards. It was a brilliant cross from Jack Dean. But it was so
Seemed to come
difficult.
so slowly off his head.
It was going the wrong way, wasn't it? He just had to do anything he could to generate the power. And I think he did quite a good job to get it on target, to be
But
honest.
first real clear-cut chance of the game for either side.
Yeah, it was. It was good. It was good from Farnham, and it actually came from Shamal Edwards down this near side, getting a bit more brave. You know, Shams has got a huge amount of pace when he really gets going. Sometimes I feel like he just doesn't back it.
And he also just struggles to sometimes get going. Oh, Dean flicks on, but the Croydon keeper will collect. 14 minutes gone here at the Memorial Ground. Farnham Town 0, AFC Croydon Athletic 0. Good competitive Surrey Senior Cup quarter-final. And yeah, there's a good crowd in here now.
Do we know if it does it go straight to penalties? If it's
It does.
It does. Okay.
5 subs straight to penalties, no sin bins.
Thanks very much, Mr. Secretary.
Nash, again another man who's had a very good season. Canane will stride forward. Karoma just fills in from a centre back. Cooksley's afforded space to turn, and Zabrowski pulls him back. Is that that's the experience there of Zabrowski just pulling Cooksley back?
Yeah, he's obviously got very clear instructions. If he can stop Cooksley playing from deep, then Croydon have got a lot more time to reset back in defence.
It's Jack Dean. Little clip ball through to his brother. It's come out to Flatman. He's delivered.
It's another great ball.
No one's attacking that front post.
Another great ball in. Someone's got to be gambling that, especially when you've got 2 forwards.
Something the manager is a big fan of, 2 forwards, isn't he?
Yeah, he does like it. Does like it.
Jackson hooks it clear.
He's offside, Shams.
Dean makes contact with it. Farnham will look to pen them in. Those away fans sort of have woken the home fans up. We've got a bit of an atmosphere at the Memorial Ground.
Been all right for the limited amount of people in here. I think it's probably touching 200, isn't it?
Free kick awarded to Croydon. And they'll look to get forward. Thanks again to everyone who has joined us. Thursday night football, you know, at this stage of the season, Harry, no days are off limits really for non-league.
I mean,
With the weather we've had.
You could basically pick up a game anywhere in Surrey over the course of the week, any day of the week. I think also Plymouth Parkway even played Sunday last week.
I think they're in action again tonight.
Will those players have a rest? Well, they had a rest during the winter.
Yeah.
They had a specific non-league winter break, Plymouth Parkway.
Ball's clipped in, and Canane does well. But Croydon will pick it up again. Okay, the ball down the line. Oh, Jackson's brought him down. That could be a foul, but the referee's not giving it. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Is it? Well, I think it was a goal kick. The linesman actually gave a corner. I'm not sure how the linesman that close gave a corner, but.
It's a Croydon head that wins it. Karoma challenges though. Dean switches the play to Flatman. He's not going to get there.
No. He thought his brother might be out there though. Farnham not really got into much passing yet. I think it's probably credit to Croydon for taking Cooksey out of the game deep. It's about how long they can do that.
Dean Moore plays it back to Joe Jackson. Kinane looks up, looks for Owen Dean.
Get round him, Blitz! Straight line, Blitz! Good!
Croydon winner. Dean Moore now operating here on the left. Back to Kinane, the conductor. Really good atmosphere here at the Memorial Ground.
It is. Probably one of the best atmospheres of the season.
Jack Dean clips it into Shamal Edwards, but Croydon do well to deal with it. Shaw. And Croydon will come forward. It's clipped through. Kinane's going to have to get there. Tipped over his head. And it's well dealt with. Nash clears. Up to Owen Dean.
Ooh. Bad decision from Owen Dean. Bad decision.
And Croydon can come forward again. Zabrowski's peeled off. Max Meaton there. What's he going to do? It's Zabrowski! Oh, it's tipped wide.
I'm not sure if it was tipped wide or if it came off Max Meaton's studs. But it was really well done. Zabrowski peeled off Max Meaton, worked a bit of space, looked for the far corner again. I'm not sure if it was Pat Nash or if it was Max Meaton's studs that drifted it wide.
Took a little bobble and was very close to being the opening goal here.
I'm not sure.
Even on a second watch, we're not too sure.
Not sure who hit it.
Nash
Great
calls
take.
for it and takes
Great
it.
take.
And he plays it forward to Edwards. Edwards has done well. He's got Dean Rule running on the left. Edwards, he's brought down. It's a penalty kick for Farnham Town.
It's a penalty, I'm not sure it was, but Shams worked so hard. He worked so hard. I mean, to be fair, Croydon haven't really complained.
And it's all come from Pat Nash. He
brilliant,
called it, I think, as soon as it left the boot of the Croydon attacker. Nash called it, and he's just kicked a brilliant ball down there.
There's only one man taking this. I'm sure this is going to be Harry Cooksey, unless he's going to give it to Owen Dean. He is. He is going to give this to Owen Dean.
It's an interesting one.
Owen Dean scored his last two. But Owen Dean...
The crowd are wanting Pat Nash to take it.
I don't mind that. He's one of 3 players in the squad this season to have not scored a goal, Pat Nash?
Yeah, Brandon Kalu and Tom Smith, the others. It's Owen Dean.
He scored
against Croydon.
at this end from the spot.
Pete Smith assist. It's Owen Dean.
Make a hat-trick, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was brilliant work from Shams.
It was. I need to see it again from a reverse angle to see what it really was like.
Owen Dean in front of the clock end. Puts Farnham 1 goal to the good. Owen Dean is in a rich vein of goal scoring form over the last few weeks. He scored here against Croydon and he's done it again tonight.
Scored a hat-trick against Croydon here 3 weeks ago. Finished that hat-trick off with a penalty down that end. And he's done exactly the same against a different goalkeeper tonight. And it's 1-0 Farnham. I'm not sure if it was richly deserved, that 1-0 lead, but Farnham get the job done when they need to. And it's a great, great start, a great first half, setting up a great cup game.
The Glashan must be sick to death of seeing Owen Dean score a goal.
Absolutely, especially as they started to build into this game.
Yeah.
On Route 1, Farnham Town, not very Route 1 as a side, silenced the crowd.
But just a word there for Nash, because start of the season, the growth we've seen in when he's coming for those balls from the corners has just been fantastic.
And then his awareness, I think that's probably, the other thing. You can be great and get your hands to it and hold it, but the awareness to quickly move it.
And it could be a repeat of the league game if Farnham can come forward again here. How important is it now that Croydon do not collapse?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we saw 3 weeks ago. But yeah, Pat's distribution there was like quickly get it forward. I thought Shams did really well to ride the first challenge, and then he just backed himself. And it was the confidence in Shamad Edwards that we probably haven't seen this side of New Year.
That goal this week would have helped him.
Yeah, massively so.
Jack Dean looks to clip it in. Shamad Edwards is beating him again. He's the wrong side.
Go home, well done.
Flatman. Poor pass back. If you're Croydon, you know, you've got a really big game on Saturday. You don't want to come here and get walloped, do you?
You don't want to get walloped, but you also don't want to get injuries. And I think that's where I said it just before we kicked off. If this goes 2-0, what's Croydon's play with Saturday in mind? And what would you do as a manager if you knew it's not winning in, but you feel like you beat Alton, you're pretty much in as Croydon? And that's such a big game. Do you want to run the risk, both of a morale boost, but also a injury opportunity?
Cooksey plays it in. Keeper's come for it. He's come for it again. Oh, he's dropped it! Oh, Owen Dean nearly first to pounce.
It's been a theme though so far. Farnham just not really getting around the goalkeeper.
No.
He's made another mistake there. I don't think he's looked that convincing when coming to claim crosses from that side either.
To be fair, his kicking's been a lot better than his handling. Zabrowski wins.
Yes.
Jackson's going to have to deal with that. And in the end he does, as he normally does. Kinane to Nash.
It's horrible.
Nash has tried to be a bit clever there, and they've got away with it.
Brilliant. See, that's the partnership that's grown. And that's a poor kick though, as we were just bigging him up.
Pierrick could be in here. Max Meaton gets a toe to it. Pierrick.
Farnham Town need to get themselves together here. Can't give away cheap goals.
Coroma and Rule sort of hunting in packs there. Can Farnham get this ball out? Croydon enjoying a bit of possession. It's a lovely reverse pass. It's played to the back post. Jack Dean clears. Can Edwards get there? He can't. It's all Croydon at the minute.
Oh, pick that one out.
Shot. Nash catches it.
Picked it out and just slowed the game down. It was a double Pat Nash mistake, really, that led to that pressure.
That was always going to happen.
When we gave him sort of 2 to 3 minutes of hype.
Ball played forward. Lewis Flatman can't quite win it.
Yes, but for all the praise we've given Dean Rule over the last few weeks in this commentary box, I think the game's bypassed him and Flatman a bit so far. They've not been able to get on the ball too much in those attacking areas. And to be honest, you know, Harry Cooksey hasn't been able to do that, but I think that's a lot down to Croydon's tactics.
Joe Jackson deals with the ball very well. And he's going to come forward. He's going to step into that midfield position, his more preferred position. Paul Johnson just asking for a bit of patience.
Look at how quickly Zabrowski triggers to go and close Harry Cooksey down when he gets the ball.
Kinane's played it forward and it's headed back well. Yeah, so Zabrowski, for those that are watching and not aware, is on the management team here for Croydon. How handy is that for Clash to have someone in his team on the pitch to sort of be that go-between?
Well, I think he did a really good job when he came on 3 weeks ago. He's a handful. His issue is going to be, can he do 90?
Yeah.
But he's got a very, very clear
MO
this evening, and that's to stop Harry Cooksey playing football, and that ain't easy for 90 minutes.
Owen. He finds his brother. Harry Cooksey's taking up an interesting position.
There you go. There you go. Harry Cooksey drifts forwards. Zabrowski's not going to track him that far, and you know Farnham Town work an opening.
Yeah, corner for Farnham Town in front of the clock end. 26 minutes gone here at the Memorial Ground. Farnham will be looking for a second goal here. To be fair, Croydon, pretty decent reaction to going one behind. Cooksey stands over it and plays it in. It's a really nice ball. Kinane meets it, but he couldn't get any power behind it. Croydon's reaction to the goal been pretty good, really, overall.
Yeah.
Compared to the last time they were here.
They lasted 38 seconds between the first and the second goal in the last meeting. So the fact that they're still in the game, I'd say, is a positive.
Ben, don't let him suck you up for the short. Get someone else to do it, yeah? Edge your box.
And Farnham will come again. into the second half of this first half.
I will also say, on the race for the Golden Boot, because I know that people watching are more interested in that than anything else we talk about, the race for the Golden Boot is incredibly hot, and Owen Dean scoring there means that he's only 2 back again.
Wow.
He's on 18. Jamal Edwards, the first player, despite Farnham now scoring 155 goals this season in all competitions, Jamal Edwards is the only player to have 20 or more, and he's only got 20.
Flick from Flatman doesn't come off. Yeah, and you know, how good is that from a Farnham perspective to see Owen kick on this season?
Yeah, he's been brilliant. I mean, 18 goals in this side when it's full of rotation is a real achievement for a 19-year-old, and I think, can't remember what his numbers were last season, but it's not dissimilar.
Karoma pops it off to Canane.
He's also contributed far more from a sort of an assist point of view this season, Owen Dean. Gets involved in the play a bit more, less of an individual than he was.
Dean Rule just loses out there. Jack Dean spares his blushes. Finds Cooksley. Cooksley reverse ball in.
Oh, go on.
Owen Dean's come away with it.
Shoot, Owen.
It's Owen Dean. Plays it across to Dean Rule. Flatman's on the edge of the box. Can he find them? Dean Rule finds Jack Dean.
Oh, just behind his brother.
Just behind Flatman in the end.
It's Flatman, yeah, you're right.
Karoma finds Dean Rule. He plays it in. It never really looks like a Farnham attacker's attacking that ball in there. But this could be a chance. It's sort of 2-on-3 here for Croydon. Pierrick. Can he turn on the afterburners? It's Brandon Pierrick! It's a brilliant save from Nash.
It was too easy though from Brandon Pierrick. He travelled like 55, 60 yards to get to that point of shooting. It was poor. It was poor from Farnham.
And they'll come forward now. Some praise for Nash from the Croydon bench below us. Jack Dean looked like he was fouled there, but it's not been given. Croydon can come forward. Pierrick's finding joy in there. He seemed to have gone in the middle. And he pops it off. Oh, Croydon could be in. Farnham's done pretty well to delay there.
Yeah, the midfield need to work hard. Get back in.
Comes inside. He's driving in the box. Can he get a shot away? Oh, sort of in between a shot and a cross.
Yeah, they've had a few chances, Croydon.
Getting down this left-hand side of Farnham's.
Yeah, they've looked like they've been dangerous when they're moving through transition. And that counter-attack has been very much the key success for them. But you know, they haven't really created anything great. That Pierrick chance where he ran 50 yards is probably the best one so far.
Yeah, you know, the Croydon bench below us will be encouraged by the last couple of minutes, that's for sure.
Absolutely, good response. Good response.
Yep, and it's we've got 15 minutes till half time. Brilliant kick from Nash. Zabrowski heads on. Canane plays a really nice loopy ball. Boateng's not dealt with it. Flatman could be in. It's fallen to Edwards. It's another block. Dean Rule. Another block and Croydon clear in the end.
It was poor from Farnham's forwards. No one actually got a good connection on it in a great area. Again, it was a hopeful ball forward.
But they're the ones that seem to be troubling Croydon.
They are.
And I know you said on Tuesday Farnham are very clinical. Not been clinical today.
Yeah, that was disappointing. That was disappointing. Flatman, you feel like should have done better, and then Shams,
he just didn't make enough contact with it.
Yeah, Shams had 2 bites of the cherry, really. I didn't really connect either time.
You make the decision for yourself. I know he's saying edit. You scan it, might be a hook.
Zabrowski wins it again.
Yeah, he's going to win every header, isn't he? It's about how they can play on behind him.
Is he going to have that support up there? Are they going to commit the men commit the men up to support him? It's going to be a lot of running he's going to get through tonight. Jack Dean in acres of space.
Yeah, it's that middle area. That's where Cooksley's...
Nice entry pass into Cooksley. Cooksley looks up, sprees it out of his left. Joe Jackson's going to need a bit of support. He sizes up his man, Joe Jackson. Pops it off to Flatman. Harry Cooksley finds Canane. It's a great switch to Jack Dean. Dean controls it. Owen Dean plays it back.
Yeah, this is better from Farnham. Slowing the game down, yeah, a bit more patient.
Harry Cooksley. This is an area Farnham want to get him on the ball. Just controlling things.
Get him running.
Canane.
This is better. This is much better. It's worked out for him.
Farnham have got away with it. It's
That was a very poor pass.
But Farnham get it back, and they're being very patient. Cooksley. What can Cooksley pull out of his bag of tricks? It's a pass to Jack Dean now. Sizes up his man. Plays it across.
It's been wasteful in that area.
Croydon are going to come forward. But are they going to commit the men forward for this counter-attack? Yeah. It was a little clip.
It was just an
there.
unnecessary one because he already made.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd already made the touch that he was never going to get the ball from.
Daryl Shaw there sporting a new haircut.
I didn't even recognise him.
I know, yeah.
Oh, he looks gorgeous.
Looks very sharp.
Very good.
Jack Dean clears. Farnham just, a little bit patient there for a couple of minutes. They seem to have thrown that out the window in the last 30 seconds. And it's Croydon now that will take the ball. Ooh. Croydon looking to get the ball forward. Jackson makes first contact. 50-50 won by Croydon pretty fairly in the end. And Jackson does well. He's given a foul for Jackson.
Yeah, it was a late call. It was a very late call. I'm not disappointed with the call. Well, I felt like it was a foul in the moment, but I feel like he took ages to play the advantage.
Face it!
Ball's played short. Farnham sort of gone to sleep there. It's played across. There's Zabrowski again challenging for it. And Pierrick completely misses the ball.
Yeah, the ball managed to travel backwards.
Clips it across. A lot of space there for the right-hand sided player. Flatman goes out to him. Farnham just let him deliver the ball.
Oh, he's drifted.
Oh. Pierrick picks it up.
I'm interested to see that it's actually Canane who's not marking Zabrowski.
Feels like Zabrowski keeps trying to peel off Canane. It's a lovely flick. Croydon enjoying a decent spell here. No, surprised the ref's not giving a foul to Farnham there. Seem to be brought down.
He's still down.
Ooh, who is that? Is it Max Meaton? It's not ideal. Max Meaton came in to the game a doubt, and
JJ, when he goes out, you've got to go out as well. He's just sitting in no man's land. Goes back to the seat and get close to him.
Max Meaton's going to need some treatment there.
It looks better than he did a minute ago.
See, that's the thing is, right, like we talk about it, and obviously injuries can happen at any point, but when you're playing those 3-4 games a week, it can add up.
Yeah, it does catch up with you, doesn't it? I don't think Farnham have been bad tonight. I don't think they've been particularly good either. Not really gone through the gears.
You thought after that first goal maybe it was going to open up, but if anything, Croydon have probably edged the game since then.
Yeah, I agree with that. They've not carved out like a golden opportunity like the Shams opportunity before the penalty.
The best effort's probably from Pierrick.
Yeah, but more of a Farnham mishap than a moment of greatness. Nice to see Max Meaton moving on his own accord and no one getting ready on the bench. But yeah, I think I'll go back to what I said a minute ago with regards to the attacking midfielders. I feel like the game's bypassed them a bit.
Yep.
But Croydon are having to press high, move fast, and it's about how long they can do that.
Ref, you just give it to him. Are you sure? Squeeze.
About to be restarted here, and it's Captain Canane. He plays Nash. Nash to Jackson.
I hate that. I hate it so much when he takes it on the full.
Canane looks up. Edwards, brilliant touch from Edwards, but he's just not strong enough there. Pierrick pops it back. Farnham just not settling here.
No, it's been a poor 10 minutes, but it needs moments like that from Owen Dean to win the ball up higher.
And when you're not playing well, you need those players to just work hard and put a shift in. But overall, if you're Farnham, you got the goal lead. You're relatively happy.
Yeah, in a cup situation, it's quite a good one.
Karoma shins it forward.
It's quite a good area.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's no good either.
That's a really poor pass back to the keeper, but he's done well. Wow. It's a great kick by the keeper in the end.
Great
another shin there.
Yeah, again, another one that worked out quite well.
Just gone a little bit flat here at the Memorial Ground. Farnham, 7 minutes here till half time. Can they pick it back up? Nash, how important is that second goal here for Farnham? Can they get it before half time?
If we got 7 or 8 minutes, yeah. Just want to carve out another bit of a chance. What a chance that was from Lamar to get that ball forward.
Yes, Lex, send him home, Lex. Good, job done, good.
Cooksley. He's going to be under a bit of pressure there, but that press isn't as sharp from Zabrowski now.
Already it's not as sharp.
But he is coming across here to shut Canane down.
Where on earth does Ryan Canane think he's going?
It's poor clear. Yeah, look, Canane didn't see a lot in front of him, so he's sort of taking it.
Yeah. I've only seen that a couple of times this season.
We're going to see a long throw in from Lewis Flatman potentially. Long throw in from Flatman. Canane flicks it on.
More up than away there.
Jackson plays it back to Meaton.
Yeah, sensible pass.
Dean Roll.
This has to be the right pass though. And it is really good one.
A brilliant one. Can Joe Jackson spring an attack? Closing stages of the first half. It's Jackson. He cuts in. He's going to need help. Help comes in the form of Lamar Karoma.
Oh, brilliant from Harry Cooksley. Oh, what a
lovely
pass.
pass into Dean Rule. It's Dean Rule. Deflected. Saved. And in. It's Joe Jackson.
Where did he come from, Joe Jackson?
He started the attack and he's finished it.
Harry Cooksley with a pass. Everybody thought he was going wide to Jack Dean. Cut it back into the middle. He's bobbled around. And Farnham are alive to it, and they've got that goal before half time, and that's going to change the game.
Yeah, the pass from Cooksley there, it's sort of fed in Dean Rule. He gets a round of applause from the director beside me.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Fantastic football. That's
It
Farnham
really
at their
was.
best, and it's Farnham 2, Croydon 0. If you're Croydon, it's a terrible, terrible time to concede.
I'm just going to watch it back. It's a bit dead here. It's a brilliant touch. Looks like he's going to whip it right. That's just fantastic.
Joe Jackson just seems to find himself in odd positions sometimes.
Does.
Go with Shams, go with it back.
Now we find out a lot about Croydon.
We do, and we find out a lot about how much they.
You asked for 2-0.
I find out also how much they care about the Surrey Cup.
Nash, brilliant kick forward.
Good from Shams.
Dean Rule might be able to get there. He can't. It's actually a really nice ball down the line. Croydon will drive forward. Played out here to the right. Right back's found a lot of joy when he's come forward.
Oh, he's taken ages again, the referee.
He thought about it.
Yeah, he really did.
Switch on!
I'll be shocked if they take it short.
Yeah, you've got to put it in the box, haven't you? Otherwise, why have you got Zabrowski on the pitch? Tell you what, it's filled up all right, the Memorial Ground.
I think there's at least 300 here.
Do you? Nah. No, there's far less than you'd normally have on our side. I think it's like mid-twos.
Ball's played in. Can Owen Dean get there?
Yeah,
He's got to. It's Owen Dean driving down the right-hand side. He's clipped it in, but he's defended well, to be fair. Just needed to
That's
come.
going to stay in as well.
Zabrowski's done very well, used all his experience.
Yeah,
and won that free kick.
you take a free kick there, don't you? They were going nowhere, Croydon. 223 is the number. I've just had the text.
You'd have taken that.
I would have.
We spoke off air. You said you'd have taken 180 and above.
I would have. That's a good attendance for a Thursday night. People would kill for that on a Saturday. I'd take it all night.
Wait, that's off. Order that. Wait, order that. Short second face.
It's going to be played in by Croydon. In for the header, Zabrowski. Comes off the head of him, goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was well marked, wasn't he? He was a bit in no man's land there. Yeah, perfect story really for Paul Johnson. Not the perfect performance, but the perfect story going into half
And
time.
at this point in the cup, in the quarter-final, it's not about performances, it's about results.
Absolutely. And if I remember back to last season's cup run, towards the end, it was about grinding those results out. We didn't do anything explosive.
Couldn't even tell you who Farnham played in the quarter-final. Was it Ashford?
Yeah. Well, let's settle with Ashford. We definitely beat Ashford.
Then it was Virginia Water in the semis.
Definitely that.
And then the memorable night here against Balham. A team that Farnham are in action against on Saturday, if you're in the area.
Yeah.
Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff.
Are we back here on Tuesday or are we away on Tuesday?
We are back here against Cobham.
Never ends.
And then on the following Saturday, we're back here again for the trophy lift against Colliers Wood.
Yeah, that's the one. That's a good ball.
It's a brilliant ball from Jackson. Shamal Edwards on the left-hand channel. Comes inside the box. Rolls it back to Karoma.
Oh, it's poor. Didn't look.
Zabrowski's done well there to intercept that. He didn't really have a full look. Karoma's won it back. To be fair to him,
Yeah, it did well.
it's Flatman. I was expecting him to shoot.
And he was expecting Jack Dean to be to the right of him.
"45 minutes have gone here at the Memorial Ground. Into added time. Ooh. Croydon,
There's a man breaking free.
one chance left. Can they grab one before half time? It's Pierrick.
Good pass.
It's a brilliant pull to Zabrowski. What can he win out there? Tried to play it to Osadike.
Yeah, Jackson actually did quite well. Ryan Canning did really well to
He's won a corner, to be fair
take
to him. Which,
Zabrowski wide, but yeah, he has done well to win a corner.
Louis Blake off the bench for Croydon, you think might offer a lot of the similar,
It's like for like, isn't it? Really, it's like for
maybe
like.
a little bit less mobile.
Yeah, I think they're almost like for like. Obviously, the pedigree that comes with Zabrowski is different.
47th minute,
Wow, 50 pence had that.
comes back to Pierrick. Deflected cross, just about beats Max Meaton. Owen Dean's going to spring forward.
It's clever from Owen. Does really well there. Relieves
Clever
all the
foul.
pressure.
Clever foul, really, to not get a booking as well.
Yes, just in the right part of the pitch
Yeah.
where you probably
Did
don't-
it early enough where
Yeah.
the attack didn't look promising enough.
It's Ryan Canane's header that kind of went backwards. So I'm interested in discussing with him after the game. We will stay with you during half time, have a conversation around next season, step 4, what we're expecting. I think we should discuss the playoffs as well.
Yeah, have a little look at the scores around the grounds.
Is there that many?
I think
Fleet are
there's
playing-
four games in our league, I think.
Is there?
I think so. That's what I was told by Farnham Town's fixture secretary.
Wow.
Sat up! He fancied it, Jack Dean.
He scored a screamer earlier in the season at Spelthorne Sports. Wow, I didn't realise there was games in our league. Is there anything of interest?
I've promised you games there.
Yeah.
It's just a Thursday night, so I just...
Yeah.
There is four games.
Oh, they're not on. They're not on foot web pages.
Oh, no, they're not. No.
No, I think you've been sold dreams.
Been sold dreams.
And so it's rare that I won't know if there's games on in our league. Normally because I'm there. In fact, it's got to get there really.
Half-time whistle can't be far away. Croydon ending the half strong. Played out to the right. Jackson's done really well. It's half time. Farnham go into the break, 2 goals to the good. Yep. Farnham go into the break, 2 goals to the good. Goals through Owen Dean from the spot and Joe Jackson. Thanks for everyone who has stuck around, enjoyed that first half. We will be with you. Half time here at the Memorial Ground. Three games in action in the Combined Counties Premier Division North, not the South.
Fine. And what's the score in the Fleet game? Because they're in the Aldershot Senior Cup, aren't they?
Not popping up for me on my football web pages, but
let me have a little look. They are behind 2-0 at home to Westfield.
Westfield having a very good season. So, Farnham Town champions.
We need a light here, really, don't we? Like, we're so in the dark.
I was actually
maybe like a little ring light on your camera, Fox in the Box. I think.
I'm a bit of a downgrade to Laura Woods.
Yeah. Don't put yourself down. You look lovely in the dress.
But yeah, Farnham Town champions, which obviously brilliant to say. Fantastic achievement for the club. They're likely to go into the Isthmian South Central. You look at that league. Obviously, Chertsey look like they're about to win it. What are the other games you sort of look forward to next season, or teams that you're really excited to visit?
Let's have a little look, shall we? I think.
Obviously, Leatherhead probably.
Leatherhead's probably the biggest club left in when Chertsey leave. So I like the look of Leatherhead, but they're obviously, they're in the playoffs. They may well get.
You've
out
obviously
of it.
got our
Rains Park.
Yeah.
Baggy Lee is the big one for us, probably. And it would be great for both clubs for us to be back in the same.
And also, you've got those teams that don't go up, right? You've got Marlow.
Baggy Lee are losing at the moment.
You've got Marlow
against Binfield. Wow. Binfield can go 2 on the bounce, by the way, and only go 4 points back with 2 games in hand on Ashford. That is quite something. It would be a hell of a rescue. But yeah, I think Westfield are a good side. Rains Park, we obviously know a lot about, having been champions last season. In this division, Leatherhead, but we're talking about the playoff teams there. I like Hamworth Villa as a club. We've been to quite a few games there. Hartley Whitney are a local team to us, and they kind of
very nice club.
They surged up
good
the
people,
leagues.
yeah,
good people. Ascot obviously won the Vase last year, and we have a lot of friends there. Met Police because it's near our house. Guernsey's a different international trip.
Well, you could have a situation where if the playoffs go in a certain way, you could potentially have Jersey and Guernsey in the same league.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure as to the FA's thoughts on that, but in theory,
could be very exciting.
It's exciting. But there's something about Jersey, the away day for us. We've had 2 brilliant results since we've been involved in the club out there, and I think that the Isthmian South Central, if we also take a look at the teams that might come down from Step 3, the likes of Kingstonian, who are almost certainly going to go into South Central now,
Hazelhead
having been relegated. Hazelhead got a good result on Tuesday night, but they are down there. Hanwell are down there. Harrow Borough look like they're all but down. So there's some big clubs. If I look at the Isthmian South Central this season, it's a bit disappointing. It's very top heavy, like from a sort of top 5. Even the fact that we're not even discussing playoff picture, like people coming in, other than Westfield looking from the outside in, our league, it's like a 8-team deep playoff race.
Same in the Southern Premier South. Right?
Exactly right. So I do feel like the South Central this year has been relatively top heavy. I do think adding the teams that we've just said coming down from Step 3, and then you look at the likes of maybe a Flackwell, maybe a Rayners Lane, maybe a Bedfont Sports, potentially a Jersey, a Knapp Hill, and then obviously a Farnham, as well as some of the teams that won't go up because they won't go up in the playoffs.
Marlow, Leatherhead.
Yeah, what?
Southall.
3 of Marlow, Leatherhead, Southall, or Rains Park, and potentially Westfield. You're looking at it thinking that is a much better league all round. And teams that are in mid-table in that league are good teams.
Yeah.
And that's different to this season. I think that teams in mid-table and South Central are all right, but I don't think they're that much better than the teams at the top-ish area of the combined counties. And I do think that changes quite a lot next year. Which will also, there'll be a requirement from other teams in that league to get better and better. But it's an exciting time. Farnham have had a 118-year history and they've never been in Step 4, so it's uncharted territory as much as anything else.
So wherever they finish will be their highest finish in league history.
Yeah, true. We are currently in our highest finish in league history.
Yeah. So I mean,
we will guarantee to beat this season's highest finish.
I'm sure we'll go on to it during the off season. But Ames again.
I think Ames is next season. I think it's got to be a challenger. I think we're going in a very similar way to Rains Park, where we'd be very disappointed if we weren't in the mix. Now, obviously, Chertsey have done an incredible job in the last.
Sort of like Walton as well.
Walton as well, yeah. I think you've got to get yourself into that conversation. Now, Chertsey have done a great job and have accelerated past that, and have done a very similar situation to how we found ourselves this season. And they've just been consistent. They've managed to grind games out when they needed to. They've dispatched other teams, and they've just made it happen. I do think that'll be harder next year because I think there'll be a bit bigger depth in that Step 4 league. But ultimately, I think we need to be a challenger. I think we need to be in that conversation at the true top of the table. My expectation is not to win it. This season, my expectation was that we won the league. When we obviously said
I think we hid behind that.
Yeah, the promotion was at all costs, but it's
it's not at all costs next season, is it?
No, absolutely not. And we're looking to build the club up. I think it's a testament to how much the club has developed that we are slightly disappointed with 230 people on a Thursday night when the game doesn't.
It would be one of the top attendances in Step 4 in the league we're about to go into.
On a Saturday. So it's.
But I will push Combined Counties. There's going to be a lot of teams that are watching now in the Combined Counties. The playoff race is hotting up, and it's been the best addition to Step 5 football.
It's brilliant.
Has been the addition of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's been great.
Now,
and we're going to play a big part.
And that's just what I was going to get onto. We're going to play a big part of it, but there are some big results at the weekend and big results on Tuesday. How do you see it falling?
Knapp Hill are in.
Jersey,
but they're all but mathematically in.
No, I think they're in now.
Are they?
With the goal at Tadley.
Fine. Jersey, all but in, or they're in. And then you've got 2 slots, and I think 2 slots are really up for grabs between 6 teams. There's a couple of outsiders in that. Balham and Alton are probably your outsiders, but they've still got a chance. They could put together a run. Alton don't have to play us. Balham do, which isn't great for their hopes. With limited amount of games left. Croydon have to play us. They're probably your favourite outside of the Knapp Hill and Jersey to get in based on games left,
games in hand,
and points on the board already. But they do have to play us. That's not me being arrogant. No team's beaten us this year. So at the moment, teams are looking, and Croydon have played us twice in 3 weeks and have conceded 6 goals in 3 halves of football. So it's not a gimme for Croydon, but I would say that they're as in as anybody of the rest.
Made a few signings at the deadline.
Tadley have disappointed me, but I understand why, because
they've had it very
so
tough.
many games to catch up on. But that's why I also want to give a bit of credit to Croydon, because they're in exactly the same situation.
And they've got results. Camberley, they went there.
Made it happen, yeah. Now they've obviously spent some money. I don't think they can hide from that. But that's kind of what the playoffs are there for. One
and
last
great,
throw of the
though,
dice.
Last season, you had Rains Park and
Baggy
Lee. Jersey were just about in it. Abbey Rangers were in it, but there was no one throwing. We've got 8 10 teams that are all fighting. Every game now in the league, really, every game has someone fighting at the bottom or someone fighting to get in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
It's made the end of the season brilliant. Whereas the end of the season last year
It was dull, wasn't it? It was a game of friendlies.
apart from the title race, right? Like
when
Range
light.
Park and Baggy.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to probably the most interesting game left in the whole fixture list, and that is the last day of the season. Shearwater go to Collier's Wood.
Yeah.
That could
I
be.
think this is going to
blockbuster.
be the start of our official petition for that game to be on
At, like,
either early or late.
I think it's got to be 12:30 kickoff. We're actually playing Tooting away, so it's kind of on my drive to Tooting. So I'd quite like to just stop in at Collier's Wood, watch what is effectively the relegation
But I
fight.
feel like those teams have been a lot better than
They have, but everyone's won at the same
Yeah.
time.
But like last season, if I look at the teams right at the bottom, the points totals were very low.
Yeah, I think you're going to get relegated on like 26 points,
Yeah.
which is unlucky.
Yeah.
You know, you've been all right. Colliers have been all right. Shearwater have got big results when they've needed to. I think Guildford have got away with it. I think they started so hot. They've got something like 18 points out of 18.
Yeah.
And now
they were
they're
top
on-
of the league for a little while.
Now they're sitting on 28, about
Yeah.
30 games later. So I think they've probably got away with it. Spelthorne had that 8-point deduction, which was massive, but they got 2 big results back to
That
back.
Tadley result.
Oh, huge. So, yeah, this is my official petition to the league. I would like Colliers versus Shearwater to kick off at 12:30. Not because I'm selfish and really want to go and watch that game, but mainly because
You're selfish and really watch the game.
yeah, but there's two teams there who financially are not the strongest, and they could get a huge attendance because it really matters. The chance of those two teams being in the relegation fight on that day is incredibly high. So let's at least help like Collier's Wood out and get down there. It's pointless. No one's going to go and watch that game on the last game of the season. You know, when the playoff race is at stake, because it's more exciting for neutrals to go and watch the playoff race. But if it's a game when there's no competition, Shearwater versus
Or
Collier's
even
Wood
half
last-
11. Like
yeah,
they
just
do in
get it
Maguire.
on. Get it on. And let the players who get relegated cry in the bar afterwards. But get that game on early. So that's my official petition, and we will be writing to the league, and we will be making online petitions in order to make it happen.
But we've got some Surrey Cup action as well to discuss.
Yeah.
Farnham 2 goals to the good. Doesn't felt like a 2-0 game.
We've been rubbish, I think is a fair... We've rubbish, probably unfair. We've just been boring. We haven't really done anything, and then we've had two moments where we've, you know, one or two moments of quality, and bang, we've got 2 goals.
Jamal Edwards obviously won the penalty in there.
But Pat Nash really was a moment of quality, and then Harry Cooksey's moment of quality unlocks. You know, and we were talking so much about stopping Cooksey playing is really important to Croydon's tactics. He gets closed down really deep in their half by Zabrowski. Does a great job, but Cooksey turns him this time, opens up his body,
Slips in a reverse pass.
and then it's all over. You know, the little moments of quality when you're playing with confidence just separate the
And
sides.
there's not too much pressure on Farnham at the moment, really. It feels like. I know tonight is obviously a cup game.
And let's not forget what's at stake. Farnham can go to a League Two side if they win tonight. Like, that is cool. You know, those.
A lot of the fans who I spoke to earlier are very excited about that.
That is cool. That's exactly the sort of thing we wanted when we were in the FA Cup run. It's exactly the sort of thing that you know we're going to remember for a long time if we can go there and get a result against a League Two side, who, by the way, fielded quite a few first-team players on Tuesday against Corinthian Casuals.
Once you're in a semi-final of any cup, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to win it.
And because Sutton are at the bottom of the table fighting for their lives, it might be something to keep the fans on side. As the players come back out, Fox in a box, if you want to realign the camera.
Thanks again for sticking with us at half time if you did. If you didn't, then you won't be listening to this. So.
No.
And the management team come across, they'll be very happy. 2 goals to the good. 45 minutes away from the Surrey Cup semi-final.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see the Croydon reaction. Do they...
How do you think that team talk would have gone?
I don't know. I honestly have no concept about how much they care about this game in comparison to what's coming up. So I really don't know. You know,
It has got a little bit colder here.
It has, yeah. If I'm Jermaine McGlash, and I think I'm saying to the boys, look, this is a totally free hit. You're playing for your shirt next season. You're playing for the opportunity to represent Croydon in the playoffs. You know, every position is up for grabs at this stage. You've got a few games left. Let's go and give it a go. If we get beaten 4-0, we'll get beaten 4-0. Like, it doesn't matter now. You know, try and get the next goal and let's see what we can do. Play within yourselves, and you know, just don't worry about the result because it doesn't really matter. It's not going to define our season. Defining our season is going to be whether or not we can win and get into the playoffs.
Yeah. So with that in mind, how long do you think we're going to see the likes of Brandon Pierrick on the pitch?
I think another Farnham goal, we might see him hooked. You know, and Darryl, I think, is probably another player who has been a mainstay in that Croydon side that potentially we'll see hooked as well, because you know they'll want to make the most of those players in the playoffs and make sure they're fit and ready and not fatigued. But I want to make this really clear. I don't think Croydon have been bad this evening.
No,
I think
never.
they've learned their lessons of 3 weeks ago, and they've applied good tactics. And it's those tactics when they haven't come in actually has been what's cost them. There has been a substitution though.
Yeah, McCarthy's come on. Looks like
Come on, boys.
wearing the number 14 shirt. I don't think he's actually stepped on the pitch.
No, he's at centre back, isn't he? Yeah, there he is.
I think it was Checklet who's come off.
I did tell him early on.
McCarthy comes on. He did start in that game earlier in the season. But we are 45 minutes away here from a Surrey Cup final. We were 45 minutes away, sorry. Now we are. Croydon get us underway, attacking the clock end for the second half. Again, didn't seem to be a strategy that worked.
So yeah, we have been turned around 3 out of 3 of the last times we've played here at home. We have conceded 1 goal in that half.
Cooksley plays it long. Shamal Edwards is going to run that channel. Has he got the support? It's coming forward in the form of Owen Dean, Lewis Flatman and Dean Rule. But he finds Harry Cooksley. It's an uncharacteristically poor ball in the box by Cooksley. Zabrowski will look to hold. Lamar Karoma just nicks it. Kanane shows composure. It's a good header in the end. Flatman.
We tried what he did against Croydon only 3 weeks ago, first time volley. But yeah, I was just saying we've been turned around from kickoff 3 times in the last 3 home games. We've scored 8 goals, conceded 1 in those first halves. Kicking at the clock end. Is it working for people to turn us around? I'd say not.
Played long by Brown. Zabrowski wins it.
Great header from Zabrowski.
Osadike will chase it. Jackson plays it back.
Oh, I just hate it. I hate it. People continue to watch every week on live stream. You'll know how much I hate Pat Nash taking those first time.
Dean Rule plays it all the way back. Nash, he's done it again.
Don't mind that one so much. It was bouncing already. It's ones that are going along the floor and they're heading towards the goal. He's never missed one, so I don't know why I care so much.
Paul Robinson at Croatia.
Oh,
is what you-
I think that's probably what
Is
lives
it
in my
Croatia?
head.
Was it Croatia? I can't remember.
Something
will
like that, yeah.
clip forward. Osadike won't chase that one.
Shout out to the Croydon away fans who've been excellent so far, despite travelling here twice in 3 weeks and conceding 6 goals.
Not a short journey for this this league. Well, I know it's not a league game, but headed by McCarthy. But Cooksley will find Shamal Edwards. Shamal Edwards was onside, but unfortunately, Dean Rule was offside. Brilliant noise from the Croydon fans behind the goal.
Yeah. So who else is left? You've got Sutton meet this winner, and then you've got Chertsey playing South Park,
Sounds about right to me.
and then Met Police are already in, aren't they?
Yes. Brilliant battle there between 2 players.
He's handled it.
Shaw's done well.
I think he was lucky not to get given a handball against him.
Pierrick puts it to McCarthy. Karoma's nicked the... Oh, yeah. Shaw seems to play in every single position. Similar to Joe Jackson.
Yeah, he's Croydon's Joe Jackson. He's Croydon's Joe Jackson. I like Daryl Shaw. I really do.
Part of Walton and Hersham's, back-to-back promotion side.
Yeah, no, good player, and it proves that good teams need a player like him. We've got it with Jackson and probably Meaton to a lesser extent. And Walton Hersham had Daryl.
Very experienced. He's going to compete now with Edwards, but he loses out. Owen Dean can't quite hold it. Karoma is pressed by 2.
Good from Karoma.
Finds Kanane.
Just over here. It was the right idea, but it was just over here. Gary Frith says, we beat South Park Tuesday night, 3-2. He's absolutely right. Chertsey did win.
Good win for Chertsey.
So it's Chertsey Met Police. And Sutton United play
the winner of this game.
Croydon or Farnham.
We met Chertsey in pre-season. It'd be nice to sort of complete the season against them.
And it was 2-2, wasn't it? It was a good game.
It's Pierrick. I think I heard that the coach say he's got 15 minutes left.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? You just don't want a player like Pierrick, who's been so critical to them getting into the playoff position, to get injured before you actually get there.
Shaw's done well. Looking for a runner in front of him. Zabrowski's touch is heavy, but it finds its way back to Shaw. Shaw.
That's good.
Tries to play Peters in, but he can't. It's Flatman who looks up. He's played it across to Dean Rule. Dean Rule's driving.
Busting a gut on the outside.
Dean Rule sizes him up. He plays it to Lewis Flatman. He's going to need no invitation to shoot.
He touched the goalkeeper, doesn't he? Yeah.
Good save in the end.
Just want to keep that lower though, don't you?
That is probably the last thing they wanted was an injury.
Who is it? I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it's Daryl Shaw.
Yeah, it is.
Which won't be ideal.
That's exactly what we just talked about. We just said that is one of 2 players you probably don't want to get injured in the lead up to the playoffs. And he's sat on the deck 70 yards away from where he should be. And Jermaine McGlashan crouches down and isn't happy with what he's being told. That is not what he wanted to see.
And to be fair,
it's very reminiscent of when Harry Cooksey went down the week of
the Vars game.
And then he played on for 2 minutes and then he went, no. And you just knew at that moment he was not going to play that weekend against Bridgewater.
I think Daryl Sanders also played on a little bit with his knee injury.
Very true. He played on for 2 minutes at Epsom away. And you thought, oh,
I think you hyperextend it and you can sort of run on it.
The adrenaline gets you for a bit. Doesn't it?
I mean, you should probably ask David Gibbons, not myself.
Yeah, we're not, sports scientists.
Not yet.
It's very reminiscent of Tom Smith at Jersey away.
Yeah.
Basically getting a massage on the pitch. I mean, if you're Jermaine McGlashan, surely it's immediate substitution. Rest him. What's the point?
Doesn't look to be an instant change. Someone could be getting padded up on the bench. I can't quite see that here.
I don't think they are.
Sure. Gazard, don't need it. Listen, I'll take you up. I'll take you off. Not interested, huh? Talk to him.
Thing is, if no player's going to want to come off, and they've got a corner to defend here. It's bouncing around the box.
Yeah, well, I mean, that ball could have gone
I
absolutely
desperately want
anywhere.
to get him back in the box there to defend those sort of set pieces. It's Jackson. If you're the manager, you're probably pulling your fighter out, aren't you?
Yeah, you've got to throw in the white towel.
It's gone up to Kanane in a right wing.
Chance it for Zabrowski if he can turn.
He's actually played a really poor pass to Harry Cooksley.
Shoot, Harry.
Probably the last player you'd want to pass to on the pitch.
Oh, he's having fun now.
Max Meaton.
Yeah, and there is a substitution being readied.
It's Louis Blake.
That would
2 substitutions.
Yeah, you're right. So that could be Zabrowski, or it could be Pierrick.
Yes. Jack Dean. Owen Dean.
Oh, that's a poor touch.
Pierrick. He got the advantage and he didn't make the most of it. It's Dean Rule. He
First
can come forward.
time the referee hasn't brought it back for advantage after 45 minutes.
Owen Dean. It's a great ball in. And Mark Aroma's got time. Louis Blake coming on very shortly.
Oh, Harry Cooksley.
He's having fun out there, that's for sure.
He's playing with a smile on his face. He knows Zabrowski's plan now, isn't he? He knows he's going to release every time. Better from Max Meaton. Farnham playing with a bit more intensity now.
It's Owen Dean. Plays it into Edwards. Edwards nicks it, but it's just too strong. He seems to think a defender got the last touch. The officials disagree.
Yeah.
Jan!
Look like.
Jan! Another 5 over! On the ball!
It's a Boateng coming on as well.
And it's Clement Peters off. And Zabrowski.
Boateng and Blake.
Well, based on your information that you know, is it Pierrick that you said he was only going to have 15 more?
Correct.
So we probably know there's going to be another substitution in about 5 minutes' time.
I think if you're McGlashan, you're probably saying, can we nick one and I'll keep him on, or does he come off?
Yeah, it's such a difficult balance, isn't it? But he's sent 2 new forwards on.
Boateng comes on as well.
Both. So they're rolling the dice. They're rolling the dice.
And Mark Aroma wins it in the air. Finds
Right.
Dean Rule. Oh, in the sand pit. The Croydon player emerges. And he'll come forward.
Oh.
Foul for Harry Cooksley, who has started to enjoy himself. And when he enjoys himself, Farnham enjoy themselves.
Yeah. When teams tire and Farnham are already ahead, he just slots into that gap between the centre backs and really starts to pick up the ball.
Flatman. Ball I wouldn't have been told to play by my under-7s coach, but he finds Jack Dean.
That's a good ball.
Jack finds his brother Owen. Owen beats one. Lays it on a plate. Oh. Cooksley's going to get there.
Shoot, Harry.
Oh, he tries to step over. The trademark Cooksley step over. Doesn't quite do it. Comes out to Jack Dean. Jack Dean's going to find Dean Rule. Dean Rule finds Jack Dean. Lots of Deans here.
Oh,
it's Jack Dean again.
Brilliant.
Oh, he's beating him. Jack Dean drives into the box. Plays it across the box. Cleared by McCarthy. Farnham coming forward, and Jack Dean looks to be one of those outlets.
Yeah, and it's much more intense when Farnham come forward. They're playing passes with much more vigour. First time, looking for that space in behind the fullback, sensing blood, knowing that next goal is so important.
Harry Cooksley stands over it. Ryan Kinane will be looking to attack it. Cooksley plays it in.
Gooder.
Owen Dean! Made good contact, but it seemed to go into the floor before it meets the keeper. Play forward to Boateng. Louis Blake's a big handful. He's going to make his presence known.
He is. He is. I enjoy watching him play for Fleet.
Had a very good game down here for Fleet last season. Oh, it's quickly taken. Edwards will chase it.
That was a good header though from Owen Dean from that corner. He put it into the corner, but it was a man on the post that stopped it. I think fairly too.
Can Croydon find a way back in? "12 minutes gone here in the second half. Farnham just happy to sit in for now. Let Croydon have the ball.
That's not a pass I want.
God, there's been some bad back passes here today. Jack Dean comes up to it. Owen Dean.
Great touch.
Lovely touch. Finds Cooksley. Cooksley tries to find Dean Rule.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea. It was a lovely touch though from Owen Dean, who's starting to come a bit deeper and pick up the ball.
Pick it up in those pockets.
Yeah, that's where he's far more dangerous for me. Almost playing a bit more of a 4-3-3 with Owen drifting a bit more right, Dean Rule left, Flatman in the 10.
Yeah.
That you can almost see it right there, can't you?
Champione song rolls around the memorial.
I'm sick of that song. I heard it 1,000 times, mainly from Kai Tanner at TGI Fridays in Jersey. Unfortunately for Kai Tanner, he only lasted 2 hours in a night out before he got taken over by his dad.
Yeah, I was gonna
At 9:22.
I was gonna utter what happened in Jersey stays in Jersey. Probably for the best. Kanayman's a free kick. This is the second of 3 meetings with Croydon. Farnham travelled to the Mayfield Stadium before the end of the season, which is probably the hardest league game they've got left.
Yeah, I'd say so.
On paper.
Yeah, I'd say so. But, you know, everyone plays Farnham in a different way.
It's a brilliant header. Pierrick, Jack Dean, that's a good matchup. Owen Dean comes flying into that. Max meet him with a lovely header. Cooksley flicks on. Jack Dean takes it quickly to Owen Dean. Owen Dean flicks it over the defender's head. Farnham having a bit of fun here.
Keep it moving!
Owen finds Jack. Jack finds Owen. Down the byline. What can he do? It's good. Plays it across.
Ooh. Oh, that's poor.
Boateng's done well.
Yeah,
Win a free kick there.
It's nicely done. Good though from the Dean brothers on the right-hand side.
Yeah, they've actually never played together before this season. So it's very much a natural partnership, not something that's been worked on.
It's worked on in the garden though by Richard Dean, I imagine.
Yeah.
Another substitution called back.
I imagine this will be for Brandon Pierrick. Otherwise, I am the worst, Jeff Shreves.
Yeah, looks like you're right. Based on the person who I think is coming on.
Another throw in for Croydon. Pierrick rolls the man. He's still got it. Pierrick, he's danced around him. Brilliant tackle from Jack Dean.
Brilliant tackle. Needed to be.
Croydon got Farnham penned in for one of the only times. Dean Rule's done well, worked very hard.
Play the ball.
Jack Dean. Owen Dean's not quite come under it, and Kamara. Oh. He just uses experience.
Yeah, that was experienced defending. He knew he made the mistake. Got the right side of the ball and he was always winning the free kick there.
Looks like it's not going to be Pierrick.
He should be in every time he's going up. Every single fucking time.
Feel maybe the Croydon bench feel like there's something in here for them.
Well, there's subs board is about to go up.
McCarthy. Sadiq can't get it past Jackson. It's very close to him.
Chance though.
Definitely.
Not sure what he was meant to do with his hands, but it was definitely handball. But a chance for Croydon nonetheless. And a chance before the substitution to make an impact. Pat Nash yet to be tested this half. He was excellent in the first half.
Ball's played in. It's going to reach the back post. McCarthy plays it back in. Comes out to Shaw. Shaw plays it back to McCarthy.
Dean Rule did a brilliant
And you know what?
brilliant amount of work.
We've seen a lot of that in the last few weeks from Dean Rule.
That was fantastic. Delayed the cross, didn't allow them to get it in when they had all the big men up. Very, very good from an attacking player.
Owen Dean strong in the tackle again. He's tried to
That's
poke it down the line. It's still on. Shamal Edwards running down. It's Edwards. He's going to need support. Owen Dean's back here, but he finds Dean Rule. Dean Rule's got Joe Jackson on his left-hand side. He finds Jackson. It's the former Uxbridge man. Cuts in. Karoma. Jack Dean's going to look for this opportunity to get forward. He's just received the ball. Jack Dean to Dean Rule.
Yeah, Farnham moving from side to side.
Just trying to take the sting out of this game. Canane plays it behind for Edwards. Jackson just looks to hook it back in.
Oh, it was the right idea.
Sure.
That wasn't the right idea.
And Dean's caught possession.
Where's the ball?
Croydon come away with it.
That's a great knock.
Canane beats Blake in the air.
Brilliant from Lamar.
Owen Dean's got space. Space starting to emerge here for Farnham. Owen Dean.
Just took too long.
Now when space emerges, Harry Cooksley steps into it. Outside of the
Have
boot.
some of that.
Joe Jackson. He's starting to find a bit of joy down that left-hand side. He's going to look to cut in on his natural right. Plays it back to Dean Rule. Dean Rule looks to the back post on Owen Dean. Owen Dean looks to head it back in, but he can't. And very composed from Shaw. Shaw very frustrated with his teammates out there.
It's going to be
Brown plays
long
it
ball
long. Meaton.
from Croydon.
Boateng is in here. Meaton recovers well. Louis Blake sort of gets in the way, but he sort of found it back to him.
How has that ball come out with a Croydon body?
McCarthy stepped into midfield today. It's Pierrick, one-on-one with Jack Dean. Former Crystal Palace man, beats him on the left. He's in the box, Pierrick.
Oh, overhit, but a chance at the back stick.
Can Croydon whip it back in?
Yeah, dragged him down. Hurricane Laughter says, think a Farnham Worcester City match would be good exhibition of strength at step 5. Worcester have won all 24 matches played in 24 and unbeaten in 43. Yeah, Farnham Town.
Are they involved still?
I can't. They were definitely in that last picture. I can't remember if they're still in. Farnham unbeaten in 42 in the league and did 25 games in a row from the start of the season, a new British record. So yeah, I agree with you. Worcester City would be an excellent game when both teams are at full strength, as Charlie Postance is readied on the bench for Farnham Town, and Dean Rule looks like he's going to be the man replaced.
Charlie Postance been in the goals a bit recently.
Yes. Completely different.
Ayula coming on for Croydon. Croydon getting through their changes here.
Hello.
Owen Dean flicks on to Postance. Postance to Shamal Edwards. Shamal Edwards bearing down on goal.
Ooh, he did really well, Shams.
We've got a 2-on-1 here on the right-hand side. Jack Dean and Shamal Edwards. Jack Dean uses it. Plays it to Edwards. Edwards plays it across. Flatman puts it just over.
It would have been a goal very reminiscent of Snodland here at home in the Vase.
It was a brilliant ball across. Flatman just couldn't apply the finish.
Only other guy I can think of, both of them Flatman goals, is Fleet away. Rolled to the back of the penalty area and first time
He
volley.
has scored in the Surrey Cup this season.
Kingstonian.
Very, very good goal.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, Croydon are going to go long. They're going to look for the flick on. And that's very, very clear now. They're going to need better kicks than that.
Owen Dean tries to flick it on, but it falls to Lewis Flatman.
Good decision making from Lewis Flatman.
Lamar Karoma. Shamal Edwards, what can he do? Finds Karoma. Cooksley's in acres of space, but he's got two men around him now. Pierrick's one of them.
That's a poor touch from Harry Cooksley.
It's a brilliant tackle from Jack Dean. Jack Dean's made up for Cooksley's error there. Canane demands a bit of patience and for the team to settle down.
I feel like Canane's been quite quiet tonight. I don't think he's had a huge amount to do, bar stopping a few Brown and Pierrick runs.
Cooksy's got a man behind him. Karoma plays Jack Dean. It's a good pass from him. Jack plays in Owen Dean. Owen Dean's coming across the pitch now.
Nice.
It's a really strong ball. Jack just about keeps it on. He doesn't.
Yeah, frustrated.
20 minutes to go here in Farnham. Farnham lead 2-0.
Who have we got left on the bench? We've got Brandon,
Kinsella
Kinsella, and Kai.
and Kai Tanner.
Yeah. Wouldn't be shocked to see Kai come on.
He got the ferry home.
He got the ferry home from Jersey. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Kai Tanner come on in the next 5 minutes.
They're going to aim for Blake. Blake's standing in the wrong position. Pierrick, lovely flick.
There's a man running in.
He's not offside, but Nash is quick. Pierrick puts it just over.
What a chance for Croydon. It was really nicely worked. But they couldn't quite find the finish.
And that substitution now is going to happen. Brandon Pierrick is going to come off.
It makes total
He's
sense.
probably been Croydon's brightest spark out there. Looks like Jerry Amu is going to be the one that comes on for him.
Croydon manager saying he doesn't want his player out there, despite keeping him on the pitch.
Flatman, brilliant touch. Posson's in the box. Cuts it back to Flatman.
No, dragged it
wide.
What a chance for Lewis Flatman. What a chance. It was brilliant work from Charlie Postance. It was clever awareness to cut it back to the edge of the box where we've just seen Flatman scorch one over the bar. But he dragged that one.
I think Darryl Shaw and Lewis Flatman obviously know each other very well.
They do, yeah.
Feisty little battle down there. Enjoyed it.
A word for Pat Nash's save.
Yeah, came out quickly, dealt with it. Pierrick's effort was brilliant as well. It looked like it.
Oh, I thought it was in. I thought it was in as soon as he hit it. He hit it so cleanly. But brilliant save from Pat Nash, who for me has been Farnham's man of the match.
Yeah.
And he's not had a huge amount to do, but he's done everything really, really well.
Clean work. I think Joe Jackson's had a good game.
Yeah, a few mistakes in the first 10 minutes and allowed Croydon in behind him, but
Owen Dean's competed.
bare minimum, isn't it?
I don't see it every week here at the Memorial Ground from away teams.
That's fair.
Still a game here at the Memorial Ground. 20 minutes to go. You nick one. You're sort of piling forward.
That was a chance, wasn't it? Really.
And you go to penalties. So
True. 226 people online watching along. About almost exactly the same amount of people in the Memorial Ground this evening. Hoping that Farnham Town go through.
I think there's been a big goal at the Wheelstone game.
Ooh, is it a Dorking goal?
It's 4-2 to Wheelstone.
Ooh. So if I'm right.
Oh my God. It was 2-0 Dorking. Then Wheelstone have scored 70, 73, 76.
So if Wheelstone win, Dorking are relegated tonight. I think that's true.
Yeah, not mathematically, but yeah, all but. Because there'll be goal difference, but yeah, their goal difference is shocking. They can see a lot of goals.
Yeah, they do.
Dorking, a team that we had here at the Memorial Ground last year.
Buying a lot of time, this injury.
They want to stretch up.
It's also 0-0 between Bayer Leverkusen and West Ham, for those interested.
Liverpool score?
Yeah, you've stumped me there.
He looks all right, look. Back to his feet, he looks okay. And there is going to be a substitution, but it's not going to be Brandon Pierrick.
Liverpool 2 goals down at Anfield.
Wow! Just 2-0.
Yeah.
against
Atalanta.
Wow.
It's one way away goals not being a thing helps.
Wow. What a,
Borderline tie over.
what a result that would be for Atalanta if they can keep it the same.
I think one of the last substitutions for.
How many did they fit?
I think they've made all of them. Yeah, they've made all of them.
They only had 4.
No, they've had 5. They've made all of them.
Oh, they made a double, didn't
McCarthy,
they made a double, yeah.
Boateng.
Right, Pierre sees the 90 through.
Not something I think the manager would have wanted.
Great from
Brilliant header from
Karoma.
Karoma.
Chance here though.
Chance for Croydon. Canane's going to have to wake up and do some work here at the back. He's had a very quiet game.
Dean needs to track back as well, cover him for Lamar Karoma. Farnham also can't afford injuries because they're light on the ground as it is, squad-wise. That's wasteful though.
Good defensive display from Farnham so far.
Wouldn't be surprised with that injury to see Lamar Karoma come off and Kaitana come on.
I think it was he's claiming some sort of stamp. We obviously can't see from here.
There wasn't a huge amount of irate voices from below. It can't be that bad.
It's a brilliant flick on from Postance, and Edwards is tearing down the left. Shamal Edwards plays it across for Postance. That's the game. It's Charlie Postance. He seals Farnham's passage into the Surrey Cup semi-final, but the work was done by Shamal Edwards. It's Farnham 3, Croydon 0. Harry, what's your take?
It's been a total change from Farnham Town's frontmen in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Everyone seems to be getting back on the score sheet when it matters. Little moments of quality make a massive difference. And Farnham Town are 3-0 to the good, and it looks like we're heading to Sutton.
Yeah, it's
It felt like the game was changing as well. Croydon were growing into it.
It's a really good finish from Postance. It's come out to his left and he's swung at it, and
it's probably the only place on the goal it would have gone in because the player covering back on the line. He fancies another one though, Charlie Postance.
Canane headed that back to Nash.
Brilliant.
If so, then
Genius.
Farnham playing with a lot of swagger now. There's not a lot of pressure on it. I think the winning the league has helped a lot of those front men.
Yeah, I agree. Right, well now I'd expect some Farnham Town substitutions. Kinsella's gone down the line to warm up, and there's a man in the dugout being talked to by Paul Johnson. I imagine that's Kaitana.
McCarthy plays it forward.
It's David Givens, so it's not Kaitana at all.
What's Owen Dean going to do? He's got Pierre behind him. I wonder if McGlashan will ruin that decision not to sub him off now. You've got another.
Yeah, but he's just not going to work hard now as he doesn't need to do it.
Keep it that way! Keep it one way!
Flatman picks up the second ball. Cooksley finds Karoma.
Rushed.
Sloppy.
There is a sub being made.
Nice ball in to midfield.
That's a nice knock.
Boateng's going to run. He's got Meaton one-on-one. Sizes him up.
Blake in the middle.
Goes behind for a corner. Chant of we're going to win 4-3 from Croydon. I'd be
chance.
I'd be surprised.
It's not a chance, but
I'd be surprised, but stranger things have happened at the Memorial Ground. That's for sure. Brandon Pierrick stands over the ball, whips it in. It's a great knock. Croydon man's
going in that
down.
box. It's actually Brandon Kalu's stripped him ready, as that ball is going to stay in play.
It's cleared by Postance.
Good touch. Good touch.
Played out to Pierrick. On the pitch against his manager's wishes. It's a great ball for Blake.
And a good defensive header from Louis Blake to put it out for a goal kick. And it's a double substitution.
Got Kaitana coming on. Brandon Kalu coming on as well.
Is it Jack Dean coming off? Yeah.
Yeah, JJ is always the man. You're getting put somewhere else.
JJ, swap. Flatty coming off as well. He'll be disappointed he hasn't got on the score sheet. Second one, probably a better chance than the first in the last sort of 10 minutes or so. But I think he's been okay, Lewis Chapman, today. I think he's been okay. And Kaitana is going to go into the number 10 role.
It is that 4-2-3-1, yeah. Probably Kaitana's natural position, you'd say.
Yep. There's a goal for Kaitana here if he fancies it. And that's going to go straight to us.
God, I wouldn't have wanted to head that.
Just pointless header.
Blake falling all over the place again.
I think it's actually the handball that it's been given. But yeah, very much a 4-2-3-1 now for Farnham Town. Owen Dean right, Jamal Edwards left.
Owen Dean, obviously a fantastic player. Do you think his best position is out here on the right?
I think Owen Dean's biggest weakness as a footballer right now is that we are not sure where his best position is. He looks good as a 9. He looks good as a...
It also helps him, but it hinders him a little bit.
Yeah.
Costin's brilliant flick on. Tanner's going to try and get in there.
Again, another shout out to the amazing Croydon travelling fans who again have seen 7 unanswered goals go against them in 3 weeks here at the Memorial Ground. But they've been excellent. Ooh, it's the right idea from Owen Dean.
Boateng's been brought down. Cooksley finds Edwards. There's going to be space. It's not a brilliant pass. He's gone down.
It will also be Kaitana's homecoming. A Sutton away trip.
Kaitana, former academy player at Sutton. Featured very heavily in the FA Youth Cup for them. Won player of the season with the academy as well, so was very highly thought of there. Very unlucky with his injuries, and he'll be looking to... He'll definitely have a point to prove. Shaw's had a pretty good game at the back there.
Yes.
Pierrick. Edwards.
And the last substitution will be Michael Kinsella down below us, making his return in pink.
Great to see Kinsella back.
Yeah, it is. He put in a shift for us.
Arguably one of the unluckiest footballers you'll see over the last few years.
Yeah.
2 big knee surgeries, but he's back.
9 minutes remain of normal time. And Farnham Town have done a very, very professional job this evening.
Kinane. Looks to be a pretty perfectly weighted ball. Karoma. Kinane. Clever ball. Finds Edwards. McCarthy tries to delay, but it's Edwards! I think that would have been the furthest away from the goal Shaman Edwards has ever scored from.
It would have been. And really, the strike summed it up.
Yeah. Joe Jackson asking where he's going to get moved now.
And it's Max Meaton.
For Farnham Town now, the players, you sort of...
One Maxie.
You're trying to cobble together a squad. You've got a lot of players that are sort of very exhausted, battered and bruised from the season. I know Kinane...
Well, I'm just still shocked that Max Meaton's standing up.
I don't think Kinane can do 2-3 games in a week at the moment.
No chance.
So you'll probably see a very changed side on Saturday.
That's kind of the beauty that Farnham have had in terms of their strength going forward, that they can at least rotate that area.
Kinane plays it down the line. Very unlucky.
Great touch from Jamal Edwards.
Off the back. I think I've seen Cooksey do that this season.
Yeah, one meant to do it.
Kalu. Into Edwards. Karoma's caught out. Boateng will come forward. Blake with a flick, which comes off to McCarthy. McCarthy's looked pretty bright since he's come on.
That's nice.
It's a lovely ball in the back. Kalu's on the floor. Just about gets rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, he did brilliantly considering he was on the floor. I'm surprised it wasn't a foul, judged by the referee.
into the last 7 or 8 minutes here, and at the end of the day, it's been pretty routine for Farnham.
Yeah, as have lots of games been this season.
It's Postons.
That's good.
Tanner.
That's good as well.
Good from Tanner. Edwards.
That was a lazy touch from Jamal Edwards.
It's brilliant. Jackson. It's another goal here. Charlie Poston spilling off to the back stick. Jackson doesn't find him. It's Cooksley. Oh.
Wow. I won't be pleased with that pass from Marco Roma.
Cooksley. Kinsella back to Cooksley. Fair play to the travelling Croydon fans. Been in fine,
Brandon.
boys.
Farnham just needs to switch on. We could see a repeat of the Shearwater last 10 minutes, which was really not pretty football.
Louis Blake's offside again.
Thank you to the 214 of you watching along, and we appreciate everything. In
Drop
terms
us a
of
little
support.
subscribe.
Yeah.
New episode coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, what's that documenting? It's documenting the Shearwater game and the Fleet game. 10 Farnham goals in that episode of Non-League Diaries.
And also well worth a watch on our channel. Not now, but after the game. Go watch the podcast with Jimmy Hibbert.
Yeah, that
Very
was
worth
good.
a watch.
That was good. Yeah, really interesting actually, if you want to know more about Farnham's management team.
Kinane. Plays it down the left. Tanner.
Never a foul. Oh.
Tanner seems to get quite unlucky with the referees a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think he gets the ball in weird ways from behind the players.
Kinsella. He's put Owen Dean under a bit of pressure.
Ooh.
As has Dean to Jackson. But Farnham
Now
will
move.
come away with it. Tanner, can he find his mate Owen Dean? He can. So Owen Dean. Pierrick.
Nice from Brandon Pierrick.
Come on. Sort of looks like Croydon are accepting what they've got.
It's a handshake, isn't it? This is a handshake, 5 minutes. Farnham are reaching out with an outstretched arm. Nice football there from Croydon, best of the lot.
I don't think the ref's got a single card out yet, has he?
I think he's been quite good.
He's a good referee.
I think
to
he's
be
been
fair.
quite consistent. I gave him high praise at the start of the game. I think he's delivered. I definitely need to see the penalty shout again that we got.
I think there was sort of 2 fouls there that were like half a penalty, and they've sort of added up to create a penalty. Ball's played in for Croydon. Can they find a lifeline? They might. Boto missed from a yard.
How on earth has he missed?
That is going to go viral.
Wow.
You might never see a worse miss.
That's a great ball.
And
Can we find
Farnham can capitalise. Oh, Edwards has gone down in it. Shaw's going forward.
No, he's struggling there. Jamal Edwards, I think he might
He's
have
going
got
to try and
trouble.
run that off. Farnham
Well,
have used all
I
this.
cannot believe what I've just watched. That would have changed the last couple of minutes, that's for sure. Play the ball, Lamar. Just getting a bit sloppy. That's a good knock.
It's actually a brilliant ball from Kalou there. Shaw. Oh, God. A few times. That's been on all night.
Has.
Look at it.
Has. No.
I think it is the second choice keeper. It wasn't the keeper the last time we played Croydon.
I'm not so sure that's true. He's come back into the team, so is it O'Shane? He's I think he's a decent shot stopper. But distribution
Cunningham
hasn't
scored a
been.
hat-trick here last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's out to Pierrick. It's just bounced over his head, but it's brilliant, to be fair. McCarthy. Tanner
Very good
strong.
from Kai Tanner.
Jackson emerges. It's Cooksley. Harry Cooksley slows it down.
Yeah.
And we're in the 87th minute here. And Farnham just taking their foot off the gas, but it's a great kick to Dean. And Charlie Postance can have a run at Darryl Shaw. Shaw's going to stick to his task. He's done well, but he's forced him back to Jackson.
Beat him, Jackson. Oh!
It's Pierrick. What can Pierrick do? Shams comes hurtling back.
Great tackle.
Tackle from Kalu.
Halts the
Really stuck to his task.
halts the forward motion.
Into the 90th minute. Ball's played across. Joe Jackson.
I think he's got a huge amount of time. Great touch showing, Dean.
That's a great ball. Oh. Sure. He's going to fancy beating Postance there. Postance does well.
Delays it.
4 minutes added on from the referee. Tanner strong in the tackle again. Oh, he's not giving it. Pierrick sort of did the sportsman-like thing. And
Yeah, he just kind of gave it to him. Great touch from Shamal Edwards.
Edwards.
Why is Harry Cooksey on the floor? Did he slip
It's
over?
Edwards.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a corner. Is Harry Cooks there?
Really sure why. What happened there?
Cooksy's fine. 4 minutes added on.
Yeah, Farnham have been good enough, I'd say. I wouldn't say they've been fantastic. I think they've been good enough. They haven't really got out of second gear. They've scored from 3 moments of quality.
It's a goal for Farnborough, and it's Guy Hollis, former Farnham Town captain, that scored the goal.
Winning.
3-1.
Very good. Farnborough making a siege on the playoffs. Wow. That wasn't great.
Farnham slowing it down. Canane didn't even go forward for that one.
Yeah, I'm rightly so. Nice.
Tanner. What a ball that is. It's Postance.
Just wide. It was a great ball from Kai Tanner.
Very intelligent footballer. Picks up pockets. Delivers good quality crosses as well. I mean, you can get that.
It's good.
Good ball in. Tanner's got a bit of space. It's quite frustrating, really, for Tanner. He's been told to keep it. He's just come on and he wants to make a difference. He's been told to just sort of keep it. So pretty frustrating for him.
Yeah, but it's game management at this stage, and that's where you've got leaders on the pitch like your Cookseys, like your Cananes. Make sure you just get through these unscathed, no injuries. Farnham still got a lot of games to play. They came into this game having 7 left, and they'll still have 7 left after this game.
We've not chipped away at the games.
I'm still getting over that miss though.
I know.
Forward.
I think it was Boateng.
Who's just got booked?
Not sure.
Nice little flick from the Croydon left back. Farnham will be happy with this.
Yeah, it's been a professional performance. Farnham will march on and play Sutton United in the next round.
That's Sutton United.
Very exciting trip for fans.
Farnham can break though.
It's Tanner. Farnham have got a 4-on-3.
Drive,
really.
Kai, drive. Drive,
Tanner
Kai.
cuts in. Plays it into Charlie Postance, who's got to shoot.
Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all.
Charlie Postance always going to shoot in that situation.
Struck it well as well.
He always strikes it well, to be fair. 1 minute to go here at the Memorial Ground. Farnham are 1 minute away from the semi-finals of the Surrey Cup. this will be the end, and it's the last time that Farnham will wear pink at the Memorial Ground, and they do it in style, winning the game 3-0. They will play Sutton United in the next round, and we return here Saturday against Balham. Next live stream will be next Tuesday, Cobham at home, so stick around for that.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Get down to the game at home on Saturday here at Balham, and then, like Frank says, stream on Tuesday next week as well. We're here every midweek, and we will see you again soon. Thank you very much for joining us. Drop the subscribe before you leave, and Farnham are through to the semi-finals.